Are you looking for some budget-friendly organization ideas for your small pantry? Well then, this is the video for you. Today I am going to be completely overhauling my small pantry. With us being stuck in the house the past few weeks, my pantry is out of control. It's disorganized, and on top of that, I'm having a hard time seeing what items I have for meals that I need to make. So having an organized pantry is super important. And if you need a little bit of motivation and some inspiration, then make sure you keep watching. All right, guys, here is my pantry mess. Guys, this is bad. Things are just thrown in here, and for the life of me, I can't seem to find the ingredients I need for dinner. My pantry is not only dysfunctional right now, but it's also dirty. I can't tell you the last time I cleaned it. What about you? Let me know down in the comments with just using one word how you would describe your pantry right now. Now, before we get into the process of making over my pantry, I want you to know I am joining two of my YouTube friends in a mini makeover hop. Heidi Sonboul is hosting this makeover collab. So when you're done watching my video, you're going to hop over to Davee Kilian's channel, which I have linked below. Then after her video, you're going to want to stop by Heidi Sonboul's channel and check out her video. First things first, I am just going to take everything out of my pantry and I'm going to lay it all out on my counters.
I pull into your driveway, it's a Saturday night. You look like $1,000,000 wearing that dress I like. You're smiling, but there's something missing in your eyes. Girl, I can tell that you have something on your mind. But I will make you forget all your sorrows. Let go.
Yes, I know this is gross, but this is real life. And our garbage can is in our closet, and with kids, not everything makes it in. So now that everything is cleared out, it is time to vacuum and wipe down anything that needs to be wiped down. Now, while I was doing this, my pantry organization turned into a pantry complete makeover. I decided to paint, and I painted everything. And I ended up decorating. It just turned into a huge project. Paint is probably one of the quickest and most economical ways to brighten up a space. So for the painting, I am just going to be repainting all of the white, including the shelves, with some leftover white paint that we have. And then for the walls, I went through our house stash of paint and picked out a gray color that I believe was left over from our master bedroom painting. So here I'm just trying to show you the before and after. The bottom is the dark tan color, and then the after is the color above it that I painted.
I pull into your driveway, it's a Saturday night. You look like $1,000,000 wearing that dress I like. You're smiling, but there's something missing in your eyes. Girl, I can tell that you have something on your...
So my process for organizing the pantry is that once I have everything laid out, then I begin separating all of the food into categories and or uses. So for example, breakfast items, baking things, condiments, canned goods, snacks, and I've even separated like kids snacks versus my snacks. You can also separate it by lunches or even a section where you keep all your dinner ingredients. So I'm sure that there are many other ways you can categorize your food, but those are the ones I use, and I try to kind of categorize it based on aisles in a grocery store. Now that my food items are in their general categories, I'm now going to go through and separate them even more detailed by grouping like items with like items. So for example, all of my cooking, icing, and food coloring is going to go together. The sprinkles will be another little section. Then in the next category, I do the same thing. So for example, here I put all the grains together, and then I'm going to separate my rice from my pastas, and then all the sauces, the dressings, and so on. And you just do this with every category. It helps you to group things together and to find containers that are appropriate for those items. Now that you see what you have and what containers you might need to put things in, this is when you shop your house for different containers. If you have a Tupperware container without lids, this is a great use for them. Even baskets can be used to house your pantry items. Now, if your pantry is anything like mine, you may find two of the exact same items already open. So I'm going to combine them. I'm also going to be reusing certain containers that I already had in my pantry. Now, one tip I have is to cut out the cooking instructions that are on your bags or your boxes and to tape them to the container. I do this with the oatmeal. I also do it with rice and quinoa as well. Now that everything is dry and put back into the pantry, so let me show you how I organize everything. This top shelf is really not a used space, so this is a good place to store items that I don't use often, like cookie cutters, sprinkles, and food coloring, things that I use just for cookies and cupcakes. Now this next shelf, again, it's a great space, but the very far back of it is underneath another shelf and it's hard to get to. So I am going to store our popcorn stuff, including the popcorn maker, where we don't use it very often. And then in front of that, I'm going to put all of the breakfast items. So everybody in the family knows that if they need a breakfast item, it is on the top shelf. So I have the extra bags of oatmeal behind the front. Then I have the different kinds of syrups and pancake mixes, as well as the cereals. And then for the next shelf, I have all of the grains like pastas and rice, as well as the mac and cheese, which you're going to see I ended up switching up. And then in the back, I'm going to put all of the jars, salad dressings, things that I only need to replenish. I don't need them daily. The things that I use more frequently are the canned items, so I'm going to put those in the front, and I categorize them by fruits, vegetables, beans, tuna fish, pumpkin, and different sauces, as well as some random vegetables that I might be needing for dinners. Now, on the next shelf down, this is more of my snacking area, and a couple of things are the kids. So I keep all the nuts on this side and then the bigger bags behind it. These are my granola bars and my almond butter. These granola bars are for the whole family, as well as the different types of dried meats and jerky. The marshmallows I stuck in the back because we don't use them often. The next shelf, I have more of the lunch foods. So I have a basket with bread. I moved the mac and cheese down here because this is like the little lunch spot that I want in my pantry. So I have the peanut butter and things like that. And then snacks like crackers, cookies, and all that kind of stuff is also going to go there. Then on the floor, you could see I put my garbage can back in the closet. And then I have lunch boxes and then just a container with potatoes and onions that I had to wash out. That's why it looks wet. Now, the pantry is all done and organized, and I wanted to do some decorating. So on the front of the door, I decided to just use a clear little command hook and hang a green wreath. I think it complements the pantry sign that I DIY'd not that long ago. The next little DIY project I wanted to do is to make a sign on the inside of the pantry door where I can keep my meals for the week, and I can jot down really quickly when we're out of something for a shopping list. Now, if I was going out to the store, I probably would have bought like a dry erase board, but I'm trying to use things that I already have at home, and I have a clipboard. So I am going to just spray paint the metal part of the clipboard with gold and paint the rest of the clipboard with leftover chalkboard paint that I have so that I can chalk onto the clipboard.
I pull into your driveway, it's a Saturday night.
Now I use a happy planner, and so is what I did is I cut several sheets in half, and I put a menu. I'm going to be putting my menu for the week on each one of those. So when I take it off the clipboard, I can just stick it into my planner for the week. I am also going to take this stencil, and I am just going to use some chalk and write on there shopping list. I may go back and actually paint it, but I was just in a hurry and I'm running out of white paint, so I'm using chalk for right now. But I think I might go back and actually do this with white paint to make it more permanent. I am just simply going to be using some of the Velcro command strips to hang this on the back of my pantry door. The last thing I needed was a piece of chalk so that I could actually write my list as I run out of things. So I did this really simply by just using a piece of twine. I tied it onto the chalk very tightly, and then I also tied it into the top hole of the clipboard. Now, I really appreciate you guys watching. If you're looking for some more organization ideas, you guys can check out these videos. But first, don't forget to go to Davee's channel and check out her mini makeover. Bye, guys.